Chemistry lessons, polyatomic ions. A polyatomic ion is made from elements that are located in the non-metal area. If we look at the periodic table, those would be these elements that are located right in this area here, okay? Now, a polyatomic ion is covalently bonded. So it has the electronegativity between these elements are very close together. They're not far enough that it's going to make much difference, and it is not an ionic bond, it's a covalent bond, and these are very strong bonds. So when we're dealing with polyatomic ions in this class, you will not destroy the polyatomic ion bonds unless I specifically show it in the reaction that you're working with. So in general, leave them together, especially when we're dealing with balancing them. Let's take a look here. Now here is a list of the polyatomic ions that you normally would use in chemistry, but most of these here are going to be used only in AP Chem, okay? In General Chem, you have a very short list that we will be dealing with. Let's take a look at that list. Here is the list that you must memorize, okay? And I mean this, must memorize. This will be stuff that you are required to do on the mandatory pass exam. Let's take a look at these, all right? So, the only positive one that you have to worry about is ammonium, and its symbol is NH4. It has a +1 charge, okay? And remember, we don't need to put the 1 there if there's only a charge. We just put that as a plus. Now, hydroxide is where we get into the -1 charge. All of these here have a -1 charge, okay? So let's make sure that we write these out. Hydroxide, an oxygen and a hydrogen, negative charge. Acetate, C2H3O2 with a -1 charge. Nitrate, NO3 with a -1 charge. And chlorate, it has a chlorine, and then it has 3 oxygens, and it also has a -1 charge. As you can see, the biggest thing a polyatomic ion has is oxygens. They all have oxygens in them, okay? Now, when we get down here, these are our -2 charges, okay? And these are the only 2 you need to memorize that have a -2 charge. Carbonate has a carbon and 3 oxygens, and it is a 2- charge, okay? Sulfate, 1 sulfur and 4 oxygens, and it also has a 2- charge. And the last one that you need to memorize here is phosphate, and it is the one that is in a 3- charge, okay? And phosphate symbol is a phosphorus with 4 oxygens, and it has a 3- charge. Now, if you can memorize only these 8 polyatomic ions, you should have no problem passing the mandatory pass exam as long as you know how to use them. So, keep looking at this as many times as you need, and make sure that you have them memorized so it will flow easily in class, okay? And remember, never, never, never give up, and stay gritty.